Is living in a Colorado mountain town on your bucket list? Do you want to get out of the hustle and bustle of wherever you're living now? In this video, we're talking about where to live in Eagle, Colorado when you are moving here to the wonderful Vail Valley. Do me a favor before we head out, hit that thumbs up button and we will get started right now. So here in Colorado, everybody talks about elevation. So the elevation of Eagle is about 6,600 feet above sea level. It's 5.6 square miles and it is 130 miles, give or take a few, due west of Denver in the mountains through the Continental Divide, nestled right in the basin area of the Vail Valley. Eagle is 5 minutes from the Vail Regional Airport. So if you are one of those road warriors from work and you have to travel by plane, Eagle's got your back. There's one right here. The population of Eagle is 7,000 people and the average age is 35. Okay, so neighborhood number one in Eagle is gonna be Eby Creek. All the other neighborhoods are kind of down in the valley. You can kind of see the entire valley, which is cool. It's surrounded by BLM land and there's a ton of trails. It's a settled in neighborhood. There's not a whole lot of development happening there any longer. You know, when you go to that neighborhood for a little barbecue or a kiddo's birthday, you just really have a nice sense of community up there. So as you come down from Eby Creek Mesa, we're gonna talk about the Bluffs. The Bluffs is a neighborhood that's a little bit on the newer side. Things that you're gonna find here are some duplexes and of course some single family homes. This would be a very, very solid neighborhood to kind of get your feet planted here in Eagle. The middle school's right there, as well as the Eagle Valley Elementary School. One of the really cool things about the Bluffs neighborhood is right behind the neighborhood are the Bluffs. The Boneyard is a very, very popular mountain bike trail here in town. You'll see people trail running up there. You'll see the kids taking their sleds after a nice snow, climbing all the way to the top and literally launching down on their sleds. It is really hilarious. My wife, as a matter of fact, got smashed by one of the kids the other day. It was pretty funny, but all was good. Everybody was laughing and the Bluffs is a solid neighborhood for you. Next comes Old Town. So Eagle was originally incorporated in 1905. So it has that rustly Western vibe, very similar to like having a main drag. Broadway Street is that picturesque type of old small town in America. One of the other really, really cool things about living in the Old Town area, it's going through a little bit of a revitalization, which is well needed, of course, from houses that were built in the early 1900s. Here's a real quick tip. There are no stoplights in town here. It's all roundabouts. You don't have people honking because they're stopped at a red light on their phone texting. As you're kind of venturing out in Old Town, the cool thing is at the Pavilion, they have free concerts every Thursday, which is super cool. And then right now, I'm recording this in the winter time. They have free ice skating there, which is cool. So we saw some kids yesterday having a great time. We're gonna head over right now to Eagle Ranch, which is a matter of fact, that's where my wife and I reside. If you like to golf, Eagle Ranch is for you. One of the nice things about Eagle Ranch as well is there's some condo living, there's some duplex living, and there's also some golf course living. The really neat thing about this part of town, it's almost like a mini Old Town because they do have the movie theater over here, there's a couple of restaurants, and the Brush Creek Elementary School is right down the road. One of the coolest things that I've noticed as we started to kind of get familiar with the neighborhood, the kids are always zipping around on their bikes. They're fishing over here by the creek. There's all sorts of cool things for the kids to do. Eagle is not very large, so no matter what neighborhood you're coming from, all these trails are all interconnecting and fantastic. Here's one quick tip. Of course, there's wildlife here in Eagle. The nice thing is you don't put your trash out till the actual day of trash pickup. That really keeps the ability for things to get knocked over to a big minimum. Plus it keeps the wildlife at bay. We're gonna combine these two neighborhoods called the Orchard and the Terrace. These neighborhoods are also just like our second neighborhood, geared for that first-time home buyer, that new homeowner. One of the great things about this neighborhood is even here in the wintertime, this neighborhood does get sun late into the afternoon. Unlike the Eagle Ranch neighborhood where we live, after about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, in the wintertime, you're in what seems to be a frigid icebox. Now, for all you ballers out there, the Frost Creek neighborhood, in my personal opinion, if you can afford it, this place seems to be pretty awesome. It's a gated golf course community that if you have a cool $2 million or so, you can get in here on their entry-level homes. And of course, if you want more of an estate feel, they do have some building envelopes and footprints that are about an acre in the building envelope, but that sit on 6 to 7 acres of total land, and it is amazing out there. There's all sorts of cool wildlife. We always see deer out there. There's the migratory pattern for the elk over there. It is a bit out of town. One of the other cool things about that is you don't get the road noise from I-70 in that neighborhood because it is tucked way back. But as mentioned, if you can afford it, it would be a fantastic place to call home. Here's another quick tip for you. Eagle has approximately 1,180 acres of town-owned open space. There's miles of hiking and biking trails. One of the coolest parks in town is the Eagle River Park. It has 4 rapids where you can take your kayak, grab a tube, and go zipping down the rapids in the summertime. It is super fun. We actually went with a whole group of people. We had 7 tubes lined up. I ejected the first rapid, lost my sunglasses. It was a pain in the butt. The kids were laughing and pointing at me because, of course, when they don't fall out and an adult does, they think they're pretty cool. But the Eagle River Town Park is super awesome. It is also right by the rodeo, which if you've never been to a rodeo, do yourself a favor, grab a ticket.
All right. The time is now. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, and leave a comment. Share this video as well. When you're ready to get your mortgage financing squared away and or moving and relocating right here to the beautiful Denver, Colorado area, we've got your back. Go ahead, shoot us a call, text, even that email, however you want to get a hold of us. Again, we have your back. In addition to that, go ahead, watch one of these other videos right now, snoop around the channel, and we'll see you again when we drop that next one. Take care.